Boom, and let's hit it. Let's see how the week's been, boys. Another week doing my lead gen business. I think it's week 2 or week 3 now, maybe, since I started. Second week, third week, I don't know. Let's just jump right in. So it's been not a bad week, actually. Apart from the past 2 days, it's actually been fantastic. We've sold 6 leads now. 6 qualified, well, not qualified, I stopped doing that. 6 leads now. My client told me he doesn't want me to qualify them anymore. He just said hand them straight over to me, which is fucking perfect as far as I'm concerned. We've done a lot of testing. I mean, we've spent $220 to get those 6 leads. A lot of testing. If we're selling them for £30 each, you do the math, it's not quite profitable. But we do have some revenue coming in. We were getting a lead a day up until yesterday. We're getting exactly 1 lead a day. So until I started blast testing loads of stuff 2 days ago, we were quite profitable. But let's go over. Yeah, there we go. I sold a 5 lead package for £30 each, plus the first initial trial lead for £25. He agreed to buy 5 more leads after the trial one for £30 each, one lump sum. After that, he's also agreed to start paying £40 per lead now, but on a pay-as-you-go basis, which is fine as far as I'm concerned. I talk to the guy quite often. He's pretty trustworthy. So what have we done first? One of the first things we did this week was I set up a split test on the main lead capture page. So this was the original page, and I'm literally just testing a different headline. That's literally it. I haven't got nearly enough data, but the split test, it redirects traffic 50% each way. So half the traffic will go to one, half the traffic to the other. Then it records in the back end like how many leads each one's got. Since I set it up, one's had like 2 leads, the other's done 1 lead or something. So there's not much data to work on so far. But that's one thing I did. Set up a split test, which is probably dumb because we don't have nearly enough data. But fuck it, man. Fuck it, let's go. Second thing I did, a heat wave hit this week where I am in like south of England, probably all over England. I went for a half marathon in the heat as well and destroyed myself and especially my back with sunburn. I might look quite tan now actually, but it was a bad idea. So what I decided to do in my infinite wisdom is I was brainstorming different angles to test, and I thought, well obviously maybe we can spin up some shit about how heat waves will mess up your roof. So I ran some like heat wave ads, stuff like this. It's quite funny. There were a bunch of them. Extreme heat can expose weak roofs before winter does. I thought that was a good ad, to be honest. Especially when you're like dying in the heat. This was an AI clip I made. I didn't run this. It was meant to be like the heat like popping a tile off. I didn't actually run that. Yeah, I thought it would be a good idea because I thought, you know, the heat's going to bake your house, so we'll get loads of clicks. And I did get super cheap clicks at first, but not a single person filled out the form to like get their roof checked, which is not good. That's the opposite of what I want. So what I decided to do halfway through the test is, this was the original landing page. It basically jumps straight into the form, right? Pretty much straight away, which is usually what you want, right? You want people to fill out your fucking form. But I thought maybe if they're just clicking the ad because it's interesting, it's like, oh, it's almost educational, like, oh, how does heat waves like affect the roof of my house? I have no idea. And then they get this and they're immediately being asked for an email. Maybe that might put people off. It's not that congruent. So I decided to split test this, like 50% of traffic coming to here instead, which is a bit more explanational. I don't know if that's a word, explanationary. It explains a bit about the problems. Roofing material expands, rapid cooling overnight, older Sussex tiled roofs, especially blah 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 blah. Does any of this sound familiar? Upstairs rooms feeling unusually hot. Pretty much just standard stuff. I thought, and then asked for their details after, once I've warmed them up a bit. Maybe that would work. It didn't. But I turned it off now because the heat wave stopped. I only spent £40 at a reasonable cost per click. So out of curiosity, should we see which ad had the cheapest clicks, the most engagement? This one, really. I know what one that is anyway. It was this ad seemed to do the best, which is fair enough. yeah, so that didn't work, and now the heat wave's gone, so the angle doesn't really exist anymore. So unless I wanted to do a post heat wave angle, but I mean, it didn't even work. So I wasted 40 quid there for no reason. I learned a bit, you know. Maybe it's not always best to have the form at the top of the funnel. Maybe you want to put it further down, depending on what your ad looks like. After that, I decided to, obviously we did the past week, we did 6 leads. It's like super cheap here. So this is my main one. This was getting leads at £20 each. If I'm selling them for £40 each now, he also said he would go up to £50 in the future if I keep going and the quality's there. So we do have a bit of room to play. This is basically my main core ad group. These are my best ads that I've found so far. And they're generating leads at £20 each, which is great. So I thought I'm going to take some from there and like try and build them to make some more winners, which is where I spent another £25. And so far it's been doing trash. I'm not really sure why. I didn't do anything that crazy. I just took the winning ones and made like slight variations to try and improve them. And for some reason they did absolutely awful. I can't tell you why. This ain't too bad actually. It's a good cost per click, but it's had no link clicks so far. Oh, right. So this ad, I actually just made a specific landing page for this yesterday. This one was about... No, this is the wrong one. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ignore everything I just said. And then so after that, none of that worked. I'm still running that test though. It hasn't been running that long. So we're testing there, wasting more money there. And then my client got in touch with me and said his cousin or something in the Midlands is running some moss removal ads and they're absolutely fucking killing it. So he told me, Dennis, you've got to get on this, make some moss ads. So that's what I did. In like a day or two, I got some like moss removal lead, like landing page up and running. Remove roof moss safely without destroying your roof. Nice before and after. What's your main concern right now? Basically did some market research about the main reasons people want moss removed. One is it just looks untidy, obviously. A lot of people have to spend time like cleaning up their drive. People have blocked gutters. These are the main reasons they get it. So I'm basically putting all the main psychological triggers at the top of the funnel and in the quiz. And some of the ads I made for it, I identified a bunch of main angles to come at for it. People want a clean drive, people's gutters are broken, they have no idea there's an actual problem. Just to show you some sample ads, we won't go through too many, it's just basic shit. So I'm running these Moss lead gen ads and they've been doing trash so far. Amount spent £43, not a single lead, not great. And then so the images didn't work. First I tested with images because they're so easy to make, they didn't work. So then I decided to make some videos. They have not worked either. The only good angle that's been doing good is the insurance angle actually. I don't know where my images are for this. So I think it was this morning I made a dedicated landing page for the insurance angle. It was literally this morning. So just to give you an example. So sorry this takes a long time to load. I can just find it in my downloads. Shouldn't be that far down. Maybe it is. Yeah, I'm not editing this, so you're just gonna have to bear through this. This is the best performing ad. This sentence cost a Sussex homeowner loads of money. The damage appears to have resulted from a lack of maintenance, which was caused by the moss. Maybe I could make it a bit more obvious that the moss is causing it. So basically, people would click that ad and then come to this landing page, which is kind of like a bit that. It's a bit jarring, right? Because they want to learn about the insurance claim, why that's fucked. They might not have even noticed the moss thing, and now they're being asked to like get your moss removed. It doesn't really make much sense. So literally this morning I decided to make a dedicated landing page just for the moss stuff. I might even make this more educational. I'm going to show you on mobile because that's what I optimized it for. It's using the same image ad that's popular, so they know they're in the right place. We're doing sure then explain why, start my free roof assessment. I think it's just a bit too jarring. I think the ad's good, but it needs like more educational content maybe on the problem to really get people to like book a free inspection. But I don't really know. So I did that, set up all the Moss ads, and then I set up some videos which did really shit for some reason yesterday. Where is that? Yeah, ad sets. The insurance, the videos I made did so awfully yesterday. 0.41% click-through rate is trash. But today they've been doing much better, which is good. And I'll show you one sample video I made. I made like 5 maybe. This can't see roof angle. I might just dead that one. But I mean, the aim of the game is basically to just keep testing, you know. Just keep testing new stuff until I find a winner. Finish video ads. Let's just go with this one. So this is the ad I made.
Sussex homeowners, look at the difference a single day can make. Years of moss build-up.
I don't know if you can hear that or not, but
no pressure
you can see it at least anyway.
Every
this was AI. It doesn't make much sense. He's like chipping away the. You don't really notice, but that last one, yeah, he like chips away the actual tile, which is funny. But pretty standard ad, right? Nothing that crazy about it. So I'm running them. They're doing better today. We'll see if we can get any leads with this moss removal lead stuff. But basically the name of the game is just for me to keep testing stuff, keep testing. I mean, we've done £200 revenue so far basically, which is not bad considering it's our 3rd week in business. I've actually generated some qualified leads, which is great. I'm just going to keep testing stuff. If I can find some ad, hook, whatever combination that reliably generates profit in the area I'm working in right now, then it'll be so easy to just scale that over the country, right? That's the game. So I don't even mind throwing hundreds, if not like a grand or 2 at this until I find something that really pops off. I'm happy to do that, because if I do find that thing, then sky's the limit, you know. So that's basically it. I'm just testing like a madman. If one of these tests really popped off, I probably wouldn't show you. So don't come here looking for the next the next thing that's going to blow up, because I'm not going to show you if I do actually find something that pops off. And that's everything. That's it. I'll keep you updated till next week. Oh yeah, next week I'm going to I had an idea to make an AI quiz to like diagnose your roof to see if there's got a problem or whatever. I'm going to have a hook ChatGPT up via an API to my website, and then have it like give a personalized report, obviously locked behind not a paywall, but like a wall where you have to give your phone number. But before you get the report, you've seen them online, you know what I mean. I'm going to set one of them up. That should be live by my next recording. There's so many things I want to test. I mean, I'm new to this space, but I love the business model actually. I've done other business models like high ticket drop shipping. There's zero creativity whatsoever. You build the website, you can't really differentiate yourself that much, and then you just have to hope to get lucky and find a winning product. There's not much creativity involved. This is just like infinitely creative. It's actually so much fun. Obviously coming up with the ideas and like testing them and looking at the data is so much fun. Obviously the technical stuff is boring. There's so much technical stuff going on. Like making the landing pages takes fucking ages. Just sitting there and waiting for ChatGPT to make image ads, you know. There's loads of stuff you don't see. Like, that probably doesn't seem like I'm doing that much just from the recordings, but trust me, I've been working my fucking ass off. And I will continue to do so until I'm a trillionaire. Watch out, Elon. Safe. Till next week. Peace.